Earlier this month, I sat with eNCA to do an interview around fake news and AI being used to impersonate other people. This is becoming a growing trend. We've seen on social media lately fake videos doing the rounds continuously. There's images of people sitting in a bathroom and some wild animal comes flying through the window. There's been impersonations of news anchors where they are promoting Elon Musk's latest cryptocurrency that guarantees you up to 30,000 Rand a day in revenue. And there's websites that have been taken over by threat actors and used to impersonate legitimate sites. I've seen ads on social media that link through to well-known consumer brands. And when you click on the link and buy a product, all that happens is they get your credit card information and then start double transacting off of your account. I think the message that we try to convey within this interview is just to be vigilant and be aware. Make sure that you don't trust everything that you believe.
Conversation. Fake news is evolving and South Africa is one of the targets. Since May, hundreds of fake news stories have appeared online using hijacked websites that once belonged to real schools, small businesses and community radio stations. Now, these sites look legitimate but are filled with AI-generated stories designed to draw clicks and make money. A News 24 investigation traced the network behind it to a small digital marketing company in India. To help us understand how this kind of operation works and what South Africans can do to protect themselves, we're joined by cybersecurity expert Richard Frost. Richard, good afternoon to you. I really do appreciate your time. I can't tell you how many people have contacted me with fake news stories asking me to please cover it because this is very, very urgent. They're not even able to tell the difference. We've seen hundreds of fake news stories targeting South Africa, Richard. How big of a threat is this right now?
Yeah, good afternoon, Jenna. Yeah, it's very, very relevant, especially in our country at the moment. If you look at a recent AI-generated content that was going around, I think it was one of the news anchors of a no names mentioned broadcaster being interviewed with Elon Musk and talking about almost like a get-rich-quick scheme, and basically saying you wouldn't have to work afterwards. And if you look at it, they've actually edited some speeches of Elon's from the past and kind of ad-lib words over it, basically saying he's got a new cryptocurrency and if you invest 10,000 Rand now, you could get 1 million Rand later. It looks very real. I mean, there's Facebook videos even going around now. I don't know if you've seen the trend of wild animals jumping through windows while people are in the bathroom. And it looks so real. The first question you would ask is, who's got a camera filming themselves in a bathroom? Probably the first indicator that it's fake. But the quality of these videos are getting so good now, you can't actually tell, what's real and what's not, unless there's a couple of markers within it.
Well, in the past, we just had these AI videos, these fake videos. My face is actually used on some of them as well. But now they've moved from just the videos to scams through hijacked domains. How are South Africans being drawn into these scams and these fake domains without even realizing it?
So it's actually been going on for quite a long time. There's quite a few websites that have been kind of built. The companies don't really do regular maintenance. A lot of the times the website is what's known as what you see is what you get, i.e. it's just 4 or 5 pages with a bit of information about the company. There's other websites that have a login section, like a Takealot would be a prime example, and there's customer information that's stored in it. What you see is what you get. Websites are normally not as secure because the people that host the websites don't believe that there's anything that can be stolen off that website. So what you find is the threat actors will manipulate some exploit. It could be a missing WordPress plugin that secures, takeover of the site. And the intention then is to do some form of either defacing, or as mentioned, you can manipulate some of the content that you could have a legitimate site, but with a page that's holding malicious content. A prime example was during the whole introduction of Papier. A lot of known companies were being used in a scam where they sent out an email, just as an example, your bank sending you a mail to say we've updated our terms and conditions in accordance to the new Papier legislation. And the page that it redirects you to is looking like the bank's login page for internet banking. You log in, put your credentials in, accept the new terms and conditions, log out. The next second, all your money has been transferred out the account. You can do a website hijacking by redirecting some of the DNS entries. The DNS is, when you type in that www dot whatever it is, it will redirect you through to a specific website. If you edit that redirection, you would look like you're still going to, for example, the bank's website, but you're actually going to a malicious site.
Let's then ask, could this type of disinformation, these fake news websites, could it be used to trick people into giving personal details or money? How exactly does that work? And what should authorities do to protect the public?
It's a difficult one. There's a lot of cybersecurity companies out there and vendors in particular that are offering takedown services. So if the website is standalone, there's a way once you found out that somebody's impersonating you, you can use that service to take the site offline. But if you look at social media platforms like YouTube and Facebook, etc., I've seen ads on Facebook where they're redirecting you to what's perceived as, for example, an outdoor warehouse or something that most people would buy from and trust. And when you get there, the site's actually a complete forgery. The only thing that would really give it away is if you looked at the URL and realized there was a slight change or difference in it. And then if you bought something online on a special and then suddenly realized it was fake, by that time they got your credit card details. So now what happens is you've made that purchase and then also all these other transactions come off. And they do that until they get blocked.
Yeah.
So there's still money in small increments until they kind of find out what your limit is. And then when you block your card, obviously it will stop.
Such important conversations and the awareness, much appreciated. Thank you so much, Richard Frost. We'll leave it there for the moment with our cybersecurity expert, but we'll certainly pick up the conversation again. Make sure that you protect yourself, and of course eNCA.com is a safe source of news, and stay tuned to DSTV channel 403. Be aware, be safe, and sometimes you must just use common sense.